The chains bit into his wrists as he stumbled out of the prison transport. Heat shimmered off the alien sands, and above him, the 3 sons of Elkra, 9 burned like cruel eyes. The alien slavers shoved him forward with prods that crackled blue, laughing at his weakness. He was just a human. To them, a fragile creature. Easy prey. A trophy. Another soft-worlder for pits, hissed one of the armored guards, its voice like steel dragged across stone. He'll last a day at most. The crowd of alien citizens jeered. Humans weren't common here, but they knew the stories, how fragile they were, how quickly they broke. This one would amuse them for a while, before his bones decorated the sands. But Daniel Cole didn't break. Not yet. He had been a soldier once. On the colonies, he had seen men torn apart by shrapnel, beasts bigger than tanks ripping through lines, and had survived by sheer stubbornness. When the aliens captured him during a border raid, he'd expected death. Instead, they had given him chains. That mistake would cost him everything. They dragged him to the pens. The stench at first, musky, acidic, alive. Behind energy bars loomed the war beasts of Velcro, 9, towering predators with bone-plated hides and eyes like molten gold. Each was as large as a dropship, bred to tear through armies. Entire squads of alien handlers had been killed trying to tame them. Now Daniel was shoved toward the nearest cage. The crowd roared, "Feed the human to the beast." Inside, the monster shifted, its head lowered, horns scraping the sand. Its breath was hot, sulfuric. The alien overseer sneered, "Enter human. Prove yourself or be devoured." The door opened with a hiss. Daniel stepped inside. The beast snarled, the sound vibrating in his chest like a thunderclap. Its talons gouged the ground, its tail whipped, smashing stone. The audience leaned forward, eager for the slaughter. But Daniel didn't run. He didn't cower. He did what no alien would think to do. He crouched, slowly, calmly, making himself smaller. He remembered Earth, his grandfather's farm, the horses that spooked at sudden movements, the stray dogs that lashed out when cornered. The beast's eyes narrowed. Confusion. Curiosity. Daniel raised his hands, palms out, showing he held no weapon. "Easy," he whispered, though the creature couldn't understand. "I'm not here to fight you." The alien guards exchanged puzzled looks. No one spoke softly to a war beast. The monster lunged forward, its jaws stopping inches from Daniel's face. Hot saliva sprayed. The crowd screamed in delight. Surely the human would be torn apart. But Daniel didn't flinch. He kept his gaze steady, not challenging, not fearful. Just steady. The beast froze. Its head tilted. A low rumble vibrated through its throat. Not a growl, but something else. Daniel reached out. Slowly. His fingers brushed the beast's scaled muzzle. Warm. Rough. Alive. And then it lowered its head. The arena went silent. The war beast, undefeated, untamable, bowed to the human. By the next day, the impossible had become undeniable. They threw him into another cage, another beast. This one more savage, scarred from battles, its eyes burning with rage. Within minutes, it too bent its knee before him. By sunset, Daniel had walked among 3 of them. None attacked. All yielded. The aliens whispered in fear. The overseers grew pale. The warlords argued in hushed tones. "What sorcery is this?" one hissed. "No sorcery." Another spat. "Control. The human has found control." They tried to beat him, starve him, weaken him, hoping the beast would sense his frailty and tear him apart. But each time, the monsters circled him like guardians, snarling at the slavers who raised their whips. By the 3rd night, rumors spread like wildfire through Velcro 9. The human was no slave. He was a beastmaster, a title of legend. On the 4th day, they tested him. The warlord himself, draped in black carapace armor, summoned Daniel to the grand arena. Tens of thousands filled the seats. They released the greatest of their beasts, a monstrosity with 6 eyes and armor thicker than tanks. No alien handler had ever survived its fury. It was called Bloodmaw. The gates opened. Bloodmaw thundered into the arena, shaking the ground, its roar a hurricane of death. The human walked forward, chains still on his wrists, dust swirling around him. The crowd howled for blood. The monster charged, and Daniel did not run. He planted his feet, raised his arms, and let out a sound that shocked even him. An echo of every battlefield scream, every ounce of fury he had buried inside. Enough! The roar cut across the arena. Blood moss skidded to a halt, claws tearing furrows into the sand. Its 6 burning eyes locked on the man who dared defy it. For a heartbeat, the world held its breath. Then the impossible happened again. The beast lowered itself, chest to the ground. Submissive, the arena erupted, not in cheers, but in chaos. Screams. Panic. The warlord rose, his mandibles trembling with rage. No creature bends to slave, he spat. This is heresy. But the beast did bend. All of them. When the pens were thrown open in desperation, they poured into the arena, not to devour Daniel, but to surround him, forming a living wall of fangs and claws, protecting him. The human slave had become their master. The warlords could not allow it. Kill him, they shrieked. Armies surged forward, weapons blazing. But the beast struck first. A tide of muscle and fury crashed into the alien soldiers, tearing through armor, hurling bodies like toys. Daniel stood at the center, chains clattering, watching the empire that enslaved him unravel in fire and screams. By dusk, the sands of Elkra, 9 were red. The warlords were dead. The beasts roamed free, their roars echoing across the shattered city. And at the heart of it, the human walked unbound, the chains fallen from his wrists. The slaves gathered around him, alien and human alike, staring with awe and fear. "What are you?" one whispered. Daniel looked out across the horizon, where the beast prowled like kings unchained. His voice was steady, quiet, carrying farther than the screams that had filled the day. "I'm just a man," he said, "but I'll never be a slave again." And on that blood-soaked world, the legend of the Beastmaster was born.